come on. Okay, Noel, you give it a shot.
Me? Why do you think I'd know how to fix Mr. Jacobs' radio?
You've been here longer. You're more familiar with it than I am.
Not that long, Wendy. I only showed up once or twice for caroling. All I know is this plays radio programs on Saturday mornings.
Well, it's Saturday morning and I don't hear any programs. Just a lot of talking about faith promises and goals.
Hey, Wendy, Noel, what's going on?
Artie, thank goodness. We need your help.
You need my help?
The radio isn't working this morning, and we were hoping you knew how to fix it.
I can try. What seems to be the problem?
It won't play any programs. No Paws and Tails, no Jungle Jam, no nothing.
Except for a bunch of people talking about money and faith promises.
Oh, I know what's going on.
I knew you were the right man for the job. You can fix it, right?
Sorry, there's nothing I can do. It's Sharathon.
Yeah, we picked that up.
How are they doing? Are they close to their goal?
How should I know? I don't know what you're talking about.
Shh, I want to listen.
Hi, kids. What?
Shh, Mr. Jacobs, I'm trying to listen.
Oh, sorry, Artie.
Thank goodness you're here, Mr. Jacobs. Maybe you can help fix the radio.
Fix the radio? Is it broken?
It's not playing programs this morning.
Oh, well, that's because it's Sharathon weekend, Noel.
Okay, I looked it up, and according to my dictionary app, there's no such word as Sharathon.
Yeah, so when you guys say, oh, it's Sharathon, it doesn't explain it as well as you might think it does.
I guess I better start at the beginning. Have you heard of Family Life before?
Family Life? That's the radio station, isn't it?
Oh yeah, my parents listen to that all the time. I like listening to the morning show and the family hour.
Those are fun, but Family Life is a little more than just a radio station. It's a ministry.
Ministry? That sounds like something in the government.
That's a different kind of ministry, Wendy. This kind of ministry is a lot of people working together to do God's work here on earth.
God's work? Like what?
You know, telling people about Jesus, helping those who need help, the stuff God thinks is important.
Okay, Mr. Know-It-All. I meant, how do they do that?
It's a pretty long list. Family Life does all kinds of things like providing counseling, hosting events and workshops, performing arts.
And don't forget the radio station.
Oh, of course. The thing is, everything Family Life does costs money. It's not cheap to hold events and keep radio signals going strong. And then you've got paying all the employees and making sure the property is kept in good shape, sending mail, you get the idea.
So what you're saying is that they pay for all that stuff with this Sharathon thing?
That's right. Every 6 months, thousands of Christians give money to the ministry so they can keep helping to spread God's love around the world.
Around the world?
I think he's talking about how you can listen on the internet.
Oh.
Speaking of listening, let's see how they're doing so far. Is everything all right, Artie?
Huh? I mean, yeah, totally fine. Why?
You look like you were thinking about something.
I was just remembering when the Sharathon was different.
Different? What do you mean?
You might not realize this, but Sharathon used to be more than just a time for people to make faith promises over the phone. There was a carnival for us kids. There used to be a huge race on Saturday morning, a big barbecue with dancing and singing, and the conga line. Remember the conga line, Mr. Jacobs?
I remember, Artie.
But there's still a Family Life race and a barbecue going on today. They were talking about it just a bit ago.
It's not the same. It just doesn't feel the same.
It will soon, Artie.
But when, Mr. Jacobs? When will we be able to go back to when all was right in the world? With the duck pond and the prize wheel and that game with the ball and the spaceship?
The ball in the spaceship?
It was a thing, okay?
Well, Artie, I can't say exactly when things will go back to what they were before, but I do know that God is in control. And just because things aren't the same right now, it doesn't mean that He's still not going to do amazing things. Just listening to all of the stories of what He's doing in people's lives proves that even though it's been a hard year and we haven't been able to celebrate God's goodness in the same way, there's still a reason to celebrate, with or without a conga line.
Yeah, I guess I just don't understand why God let this whole pandemic happen.
I'd be foolish to say I understood it all myself. But like it says in Ecclesiastes, the world goes through all kinds of events and times, and God uses all of them to help us grow. It's our job to trust Him no matter what, because soon He's coming to make everything right, And I'm not just talking about the Sharathon.
And when is he going to do that?
Well, like it says in Mark 13, only God knows. But until then, we need to keep serving Him and others.
Speaking of which, can we see how family life is doing so far?
Yeah, they've got to be close to their next goal.
Okay, Mr. Jacobs, I have a question about the Family Life Sharathon.
All right, Wendy.
So, we were talking earlier about how God is in control, right?
Uh-huh.
And the Sharathon is where Christians make faith promises to family life so that they can keep doing God's work in the world, right?
Sounds right so far.
Where are you going with this?
I was getting there, Noel. What I want to know is, if God wants family life to be able to do all the great things they do, then why doesn't He just have a cajillionaire call up first day and say, here's all the money you need. God told me to give it to you. Take the rest of the weekend off.
Interesting question. And who knows? He might do that one day. That would be pretty exciting. But you know, I think God likes to do it this way for a couple of reasons.
To make family life sweat?
That's not quite what I was thinking, but there is a bit of that. The people at Family Life all know that the only reason that they're able to do what they do is because God has given them everything they need. Every Sharathon is a reminder that it's not some cajillionaire that keeps the ministry going. It's God, and He gets all the glory every time.
That makes sense. What was the other reason you were thinking of?
Another reason I thought of is God likes to invite as many of His people to help in His projects as are willing. If He just gave ministries like Family Life all they needed in the blink of an eye, that would mean that we would all miss out on an opportunity to trust God and be part of His plan. That's why in 1 Corinthians 12, God calls us His body.
His body? That's kind of weird.
It's like how we use our bodies to do things, God uses us to do things.
Oh, got it.
So by letting us give money to help family life, God is the one making sure that they have what they need.
Exactly.
So, say someone wanted to be part of this whole Sharathon thing and help family life out. What would she have to do to make it happen?
I'd say she should probably start by talking about it with her parents.
Gotcha. All right, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, me too. See ya.
Bye.
You heading out too, Artie?
Maybe in a bit. Can I stay and listen to the Sharathon for a while?
No problem. Let's see how they're doing.